second Grand Prix of the FIM Supermoto S1 World Championship and European S2 Championship comes to Ottobiano in northwest Italy, approximately 45 kilometers southwest of Milan. We've been here on 3 previous occasions, 2004, 2009 and 2012, and 3 years ago it was Thomas Scherer who was victorious. And after his 4th place finish at the season opener, the Frenchman will be keen to get things back on track this weekend. It's a short start straight here at Ottobiano through a sweeping right-hander, and then as soon as the riders think about continuing to go around to the right, they pick it up on the left side of the tyre, open up onto a short straight, and then braking hard through the left, and then we enter the dirt zone, over a ski jump, and into a right-hand turn. Over a step up on the exit, and then immediately we are into a tabletop, and the ground here very dry as you can see. Out of the next right-hander, we're into the wave section. Series of waves through there, which the riders will take double, double, double all the way through before braking hard for the tight right at the end of the straight. The next straight sees a single jump before turning left at the end. Over another step up on the exit, we kink left. Over another jump, back onto the asphalt, through a chicane, and back onto the original circuit. Opening up into a long straight, heading towards the main grandstand area. This sweeping left-hander right in the middle of the main off-track area. Double apex to the right, to the left, slowing things down a little bit, kissing the curb there. Onto the left side of the tyre, again another chicane into the right-hander, right across the main grandstand now, running alongside the start straight before turning back up into this long straight here. Lots of places for overtaking. Then on the far side of the circuit, a couple more turns, exit there, back down the start straight to complete the lap. In S2, the points leader Mark Rayner-Schmidt was almost 2.5 seconds quicker than Yuri Guadala and Giovanni Busai. Row 2 was headed up by the Swiss rider Kevin Schumperlin, with Fabrizio Bartolini and Peter Voracek taking 5th and 6th respectively. And it was Rayner-Schmidt who was victorious in race 1. Damp conditions here at the start of race 2, and heading down into the first corner, looks like it might be Mark Rayner-Schmidt, and it is. He emerges first with the whole shot. Guadala there, 2.58 second. Busai is 3rd. Schumperlin, a great start for him, 4th. Tony Clem right in there as well in 5th as a rider goes down. That's Lucien Reynaud, number 69. So back here, battle for 6th place. Fabrizio Bartolini, David Jimenez and Mattia Martella all vying for position here. Out on the straight though, Rayner-Schmidt, who was easily the winner in race 1. He's looking good again in race 2. Just behind him, Guadala, Giovanni Busai, Kevin Schumperlin and Clem taking us down to 5th place. And at the end of the straight, Mattia Martella passes Bartolini for 6th. Tony Clem looking for a way to pass Yuri Guadala and does so. Back on the off-road section then. It's a little bit further back here. Martella up onto the main straight, looking to find a way past. Busai takes 4th at the end of the straight. Right, Tony Clem coming towards us now. He's in 2nd. Guadala under pressure now. He's got Martella and Busai behind him. Battle for 5th. Giovanni Busai, Peter Voracek and Bartolini. 5th, 6th and 7th on track. Difficult conditions here. Riders not sure what tyres to use, but a little bit further down the order. Battle for 12th place. Kevin Negri on the 101. Johan Ladoff and Marcel Baumgartner back down in 14th position. So these guys working just as hard as the front runners. Mark Rayner-Schmidt, though, dominating the race once again, making it look so easy on that TM. Tony Clem and Mattia Martella fighting over second position. Clem looking like he's just edging clear at the moment. Guadla fourth. There's Busai fifth. He's got Vorlacek all over the back of him in sixth place now. Oh, and Guadla goes out. So Guadla falling from fourth place on lap 9. So disappointment then for Guadla. Vorlacek looking for a way up the inside and is successful. So he now moves into fourth position, edging aside Busai on the 200. Back down the long straight. Lados, Guadla, Lapini getting themselves all in a bit of a tangle there. We're back towards us in this off-road section. Guadla under pressure now from Freddie Eriksson, number 14. And Eriksson looking like he's about to be passed here by Lapini. This is for 12th position, and Lapini goes through. Now Guadla out of the race on the final lap then. So a crash and a DNF. But Mark Rayner-Schmidt has looked comfortable all weekend. Comes out of the final corner. Mark Rayner-Schmidt wins race 2, and the overall round, he's so far unbeaten in 2015. Maximum points for him. Martella second, Giovanni Busai will take third overall from Clem and Vorlacek. So podium time then for the S2 riders. Third overall, Giovanni Busai. Second overall, Mattia Martella. And your overall winner, just as he was in Jerez, Mark Rayner-Schmidt. Of course, he arrived here with the red plate. He still leads the championship after 2 rounds.
The weekend for me was too perfect like Jerez. All the sessions I will be in front, and for me it's a little bit too easy, but in my home I make apprenticeship, and next year I'm very happy about the World Championship, and this year for me it's learning by doing, and I'm very happy to work with my team and work with Moto TM. For me it's perfect this year.
So 2 rounds down then, and Mark Rayner-Schmidt leads the championship on 100 points, so far unbeaten in 2015. Clem second, Martella third, Busai and Monticelli rounding out the top 5. But once again, the day belongs to that man right there in S2.
New season, bigger team. This year, 6 riders. Me and Verde Rosa for the world. I think we can have a big chance to fight for the podium. Of course, for me, the goal is to be a world champion in the end. For the European, we have Yuri Guardalà, Lorenzo Lapini, and Fredrik Eriksson, and Roberto Ponsicchi. I think everybody can have quite a good chance to fight for the victory. After a really good season last year with the Metzler, we continue to cooperate with them, and we are still working and developing the new tire. Since last year, we have changed both suspension. Now we use Öhlins shock and cartridge Öhlins in front, provided by Andreani, and we are really satisfied about that. Our good results in Jerez give us a big motivation to fight every race for the podium.
Scherer, Permanent, and Kmart front row. Lazzarini, Holbacher, Occhini, then Ravaglia, Barella, Monticelli, Sitniatsky, Vermeulen, and Kingelin. That's how the riders will line up after qualifying here in Ottobiano on Saturday. The red lights go out and the riders charge down into the first turn, and we're on board here with Lucas Holbacher. He's in around about 5th place at the moment. Thomas Scherer well placed in there, and Thomas Scherer comes out with the lead. Looks like Kmar's second, Holbacher in third, and Edgardo Barella crashes out on the number 20. But Thomas Scherer up front. He was 4th overall at the opening round, remember, so he could do with picking up as many points as possible here. Kmar second, back on board here with Holbacher in that 3rd place. So the two Husqvarnas chasing down the TM rider. Manu Hermanen hasn't made a great start. Here's Thomas Scherer. Then we have Scherer, Kmar, Holbacher, Occhini in there just behind them. Lazzarini, so the two Hondas, 4th and 5th. Hermanen in 6th place at the moment. So not where the Flying Finn would like to be. Was fast in the first free practice session on Saturday, then had no answer for Thomas Scherer in the second free training and also in the qualifying, although he did get that gap down to within 3/10 in the time training. There is Manu Hermanen in 6th position at the moment. So at the moment, for Hermanen, he's given away far too much of an advantage to Thomas Scherer as he tries to chase down the Hondas ahead of him. Lazzarini and Occhini. Thomas Scherer, though, not having to worry about his position on track. Just needs to keep it upright on 2 wheels on what are quite cold conditions today in Italy. There's Verderosa. He's got Barella all over the back of him, so those two 12th and 13th now as we go back to second. Kmar and Holbacher. Holbacher really trying to squeeze everything out of those tyres as he goes after the number 71. Occhini still there in 4th place. Lazzarini, the second of those red Hondas, in 5th position. And Manu Hermanen on the 131 TM. Which is surprising for the Finn because normally he would be the hard charger. But just taking a little time to get adjusted here, it seems. There he is, just off the back there, 131. So, Manu Hermanen looking like he might be interested all of a sudden. But it's still Occhini, Lazzarini and Hermanen. 4th, 5th and 6th. Hermanen closing right up on the back of the Italian Lazzarini. Meanwhile, down the back straight, Verderosa and Barella. Barella trying to sneak up the inside and eventually muscles his way past. So Barella then goes up into 12th. Here's Occhini and Lazzarini, 4th and 5th. Lazzarini looking to go after his teammate and will sneak past him down the inside at the end of the back straight. So Lazzarini then takes 4th. Manu Hermanen now all over the back of Andrea Occhini on the 51. This is for 5th place. Hermanen still not able to find a way through. Barella and Verderosa, though, still locked together. There's Teo Monticelli in 13th, just behind him on the number 90. Back with our leader, though, Thomas Scherer. Been faultless so far in this first race. Opening up a comfortable lead. Has never been challenged at all in this first race. Back with Kmart. Where's Holbacher? Well, there's the answer right there. The two Husqvarnas evenly matched in this first race. In 2nd position and 3rd, the 71 and the 72 respectively. Meanwhile, just a bit further back, Occhini fighting for position. Hermanen in 6th, looking to find a way through. And Hermanen eventually does go clear on Occhini. But look, lap 9, look how long it's taken Hermanen to get through just one position. Thomas Scherer. Can't really say anything more than we've said about him already. He has been absolutely immaculate. Siri Kingelin in 7th, Devin Vermeulen in 8th. So the two former European Championship riders, both rookies in S1GP this year, battling over 7th and 8th place, the Honda rider and the KTM. Here's Thomas Scherer, though, on his way to victory, surely, on that factory TM. Rounding out the last few corners. And Thomas Scherer takes victory in Moto number 1. Official confirmation then. Scherer, Kmar, Holbacher, Lazzarini 4th, Hermanen 5th, and Occhini, Kingelin, Vermeulen, Ravaglia, and Sammartine, your top 10.
This year it's really good for me. I changed the team. Last year I riding with team Fast Wheels Aprilia and I win the European champion, and this year I changed with team Kassa and we're riding now with Honda, and I'm very comfortable for Honda because it's really easy bike to riding in the off-road and super fast on the asphalt, and I hope sometimes I go to podium. And this is my first year on the World Championship Series, and I just feel it for this year, and I think in my planning it's 3 years. Every time go step by step on the up, and normally I take the 3 years plan every time. First year I feeling, second year fighting, and third year I try to win. I need only 2 years with European champion, and now I start again. In the zero, first year I testing with World Championship and I finding good setup on the bike and try to do something more faster, and the second year I pushed very hard. On the World Championship Series, and the difference it's a smaller one in the World Championship. Like in the Jerez, I think 8 guys it's inside the 1 second, and it's you make the one mistake, 2 guys pass you, and but in the European Champion, if you make one mistake, nobody don't pass you. I think it's the Honda, it easiest bike in the off-road. What you want to do on the off-road with Honda, it's possible. You can push a lot of more. And we're working very hard for the bike, and every time we have to find a good setup on the suspension, and every time we try to change to something new, and we have to going the more faster, and also we're working hard on the engine, and we're finding some special things, and it's going all the time better and better.
Lights go out for S1 Race 2, and another good start it seems for Thomas Scherer, but on board here with Lucas Holbacher suggests that maybe Manu Hermanen has snuck through into the lead and pushed Thomas Scherer back to 3rd. So Manu Hermanen leads then, Pavel Kmar is 2nd, Thomas Scherer 3rd, Ivan Lazzarini 4th on the L30 Honda. On board here with Holbacher, he's in 6th position at the moment and gets it completely wrong, loses traction coming out of that right-hand turn, loses time and positions. So Holbacher, who was 3rd in race 1, with a lot of work to do here in the early stages of race 2. Back with the lead group though. And straight away, Hermanen, Kmar, Scherer, Lazzarini, Barella, Occhini, Vermeulen, your top 7. As they flip-flop through the S-bends. There's Thomas Scherer looking to find a way past Pavel Kmar. This is the battle for 2nd place, and Scherer easily out of the slipstream and slots in neatly behind the 131 of Manu Hermanen. Much better start from the Finn this time. Will he have any answer to the Frenchman, Thomas Scherer, though? Well, he gets a little bit offline there and lands a little bit squirrely. And Thomas Scherer easily up in the inside and takes the lead, and Kmar goes through as well. So in the space of about 50 metres, Manu Hermanen drops to 3rd, and he's now under pressure from Ivan Lazzarini, number 30. A little bit further down, Sammartine finding a way past Ocampo. That was for 8th place as we go back on board with Holbacher down in 15th place at the moment. A lot of work for him to do. Thomas Scherer, though, pulling clear at the head of the field. Victorious in race 1. Looking to do the same here in race 2. Holbacher still there second, Hermanen third, Lazzarini fourth, back on board with Holbacher. Down in 10th place now. There's Valerio Ocampo, he's in 9th, loses the front end, and Holbacher did well to avoid the number 67, who picks himself up and rejoins the race. Was having a good ride until then. Back up front though, Scherer, Kmart, Hermanen and Lazzarini. The first 4 all within striking range of each other. There's Andrea Occhini, he's in 5th place at the moment. Elias Sammartin and Teo Monticelli fighting over 7th. Over on the far side of the circuit, Elias Sammartin, number 32. Here's the 113 of Verderosa, and he is easily passed there by Christian Ravaglia, number 8. So Ravaglia then heads up into 10th place. Even Lazzarini, though, holding station in 3rd on the L30 Honda. That's his own team, remember. Thomas Scherer going through. Here's Manu Hermanen, a long way off the leader now. Not having a great day, has to be said, by his standards. But I'm sure he will dig deep at the next round. Manu Hermanen just possibly thinking damage limitation. He arrived here as a championship leader. He's in real danger of losing that lead as we go on board with Holbacher. He's in 9th, looking to pass Monticelli, goes through right before the dirt section as well. So the 72 having a decent ride here after picking himself up off the deck on the very first lap. Siri Kingelin going through there. And Edgardo Barella, 13th and 14th, the number 11 and the number 20. Further ahead of them, Verderosa, Milan Sitniatsky and Kingelin. And then Barella bringing up the rear as well, so that battle 11th to 14th. Thomas Scherer, once again, proving his critics wrong. Maybe had a bit of a wobble at the opening round in Jerez. But he's bounced back here as Holbacher looking to strike Elias Sammartin. Is he going to make it happen? This is for 8th. Eventually goes through. So Sammartin then already losing fast ground. There's Monticelli, there's Ravaglia. Back with this battle though. Devon Vermeulen takes Occhini, or looking to take him. Second attempt. It's not done yet. Down the back straight. The KTM versus the Honda and the KTM, and now he takes a look back, does Vermeulen. So he goes into 6th place. Here's Thomas Scherer. Continues to lead. Been so easy for him this weekend. He's mastered the conditions. Here's Barella and Verderosa. They're battling for 11th and 12th. And Barella goes through. Well, there's an acknowledgement there, so I'm guessing that Barella forced Verderosa offline and was just apologising for that. Either way, Barella goes through. Holbacher on Occhini now. This has been a great ride from Holbacher. Nudges down the inside, takes Occhini for 6th place. Thomas Scherer, though, final few turns for him. Rounds out the final corner, and the number 4, Thomas Scherer, wins race 2, and with it, the overall Grand Prix as well. So, great recovery for the Frenchman to win race 2. Manu Hermanen 2nd, slightly better for him. Lazzarini 3rd, Kmart 4th, Vermeulen was 5th, and then it was Holbacher, Occhini, Sammartin, Monticelli, and Ravaglia. And the overall classification, Thomas Scherer, 50 points on the board for him. Kmart 2nd overall this weekend. Manu Hermanen, he'll be disappointed with 3rd. But as we said before, damage limitation for the Finn. So your podium then. looks like this. Manu Hermanen on the right-hand side has to be content with third overall this weekend, but you can see the disappointment on his face. Second overall, Pavel Kmart. It's a great weekend for him, but your overall winner on the factory TM, Thomas Schurer. And that, of course, impacts on the championship after the second round, because those 2 wins and those 50 points mean that Thomas Schurer is the new championship leader, taking the red plate from Manu Hermanen, and he'll stick that on the front of his own TM.
Perfect weekend for me. In the first moto, I take the all shot and I won the race. So in the second moto, I take not the good start, but after I pass Pavel and Mauno immediately, so I won the GP. I take the red plate, so I'm very happy. Thanks everybody, and see you in the next race.
Confirmation then of the overall standings. Look how close it is now. Schurer leads by 2 points over Manu Hermanen. Lazzarini is third with Holbacher and Kmart rounding out the top 5. It was a great day here for Thomas Schurer and his TM. Manufacturers chase, of course, TM have won all 4 races this year, so of course they're on 100 points. Husqvarna as second with Honda, KTM, Suzuki and Yamaha bringing up the rear down there in 6th place. Well, that's all we've got time for here from Ottobiano in Italy. We hope you can join us next time for more Supermoto action in S1 and S2 European. My name's Paul Mellin. Thanks for watching. We'll see you then. Bye for now.